Hey there viewers, this is one of 20x6 of Game Over here, and we're back with our Let's Play of Bionicle, the game for Game Boy Advance. The last level we have to do here is Lewa. This is a pretty long one. I already tried recording this before, but it's actually surprisingly difficult to beat the half-hour mark on this video unless you know what you're doing. There are 17 Madaron in the level, and the more expensive Dark Cage only has one of them, so we can technically skip it. But I'm gonna try not to, if possible. Just because it doesn't seem like a completed run like that. Well, that was definitely a waste of a life. You don't get too many extra lives in this level, actually, and you're probably gonna want to have more than you get. You can fall off pits rather easily, and it becomes pretty easy to die a lot in this level. So it's best to save the lives when you can and not do stupid stuff like I already did. Side note, the purple egg that gives you the elemental energy back, apparently to use your elemental energy in the PlayStation 2 version of this game, according to a reviewer, you end up collecting dark energy from enemies in order to recharge it. So I'm guessing that that could just be just pure dark energy in its original form. Just on the Game Boy dark energy that enemies have dropped. I was also thinking maybe it could be something like Protodermis, or however that's pronounced. I'm pretty sure that I pronounced it wrong, but that's true of most Bionicle stuff. I don't really know anything about it. It's a pretty important thing in the Bionicle saga, I bet. And what I do know about it is probably gonna end up, I'm probably gonna end up completely butchering what it really is. But essentially, to my knowledge, it appears to be the hydrogen of Bionicle universe. It is like the defining element of life and everything. When the Toa became Lewa Nuva, it's because they, like, dipped themselves into pure Protodermis by mistake. Or at least, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I can't say anything for certain because I don't know that much about the Bionicle saga. Hopefully someone will come and correct me on it eventually. But probably not, more likely. Anyway, the energy eggs, they could be Protodermis, they could be dark energy, no idea. Doesn't really matter, I suppose. As you can see, we're back, trying to save Frightened Madaron right now. I believe that this might have even been the first one we saw in the game. I don't remember if there was one in Tahu's level or not. There are 17 Madaron, as I was saying. There are 2 Dark Cages, one that costs 20 and one that costs 50, so we will have to be on a bit of a lookout for Lightstones. They do give you a lot of them in the level, but you don't want to just, like, skip over rooms full of them, because you don't want to end up too short. I can't even tell if those were hitting it. Probably not. These might be hitting it, I'm not quite sure. Okay, I guess they were. 3 Madaron down in 3 minutes, we're making decent time. It's best to jump up here first, just to get across, there's nothing else up there. And unusually enough, this isn't really a pit of spikes, it's kind of a field of spikes. There's no, like, drop down, you just are walking and then suddenly you're in the spikes. Kind of unusual, I guess. Maybe not. Quarter of the way there. Unfortunately, there are a lot of branching paths in this level where you have to, oh dang, missed the jump, I was afraid of that. There's a lot of branching paths where you have 2 different ways you can go, and they catch up with you very quickly, so, sooner or later we're gonna end up wasting a lot of time going over the same ground over and over again just to get to every spot in it. So we have that to look forward to. There are some Lightstones to the right, as you'll see in a second. But, we don't really... There's like 5, I think, maybe even 4, I didn't really count. We can skip them, it's kind of a severe waste of time to go get them. I think they're... no, I know one of the next couple of rooms has a Toa Shrine in it. Yeah, this hidden area is... the Lewa Nuva only area is pretty well hidden. There's an arrow down below pointing up to it, but you can't get to it unless you jump from across the ledge, so it's kind of misleading. Maybe not, but I guess it could be considered that. Well, that's a shame. We are now nearly dead, and we are definitely not making great time yet. At least we're finding some light stones. On the downside, we might just die in this room here. Because there is a 1-up over here, and I am going to risk my life to try and get it. It's not too hard of one to get, but if you screw up the first couple of... if you screw up the 2 jumps, then you're not going to be able to make it. Fortunately, you can just glide all the way back over here, you don't have to worry about landing on the platform. And I think that's the same with this way. Yes. Alright, now we can get back to the actual main area of the game where we were. Oh, that took a bit of damage off, that's surprising. I already have full energy, so I'm not gonna grab that egg yet. You're gonna use a lot of them fighting these guys in this room. Like, each one takes 3 charge shots to kill, and you can fire 6 at the max. Or maybe that was 7, I don't know, I wasn't really keeping that much of a track. Oh, I think I killed 2 at once there. Impressive. Alright, we're just short of halfway there, and I still want this egg. I don't know why I'm passing it by. A lot of light stones in this room, and there are like 2 more rooms that have this many. So you can see what I mean about the game throwing light stones at you in this level, but you really do need to actually go after most of them. Alright, that arrow pointing up, that's just where we got that Matteron and 1-up earlier. I don't know why there's an arrow there, seeing as you can't even reach it, but not from there at least. Alright, we have 2 ways we can go here. I'm not going to take the bridge yet. The switch is unnecessary, it just moves that platform out of the way so you can climb up. We'll warp back to the start soon enough, then we can take the alternate path which will lead us to the bridge. All paths lead to the end eventually in this level. Alright, I'm gonna start off here right away. There's 2 dark cages in that room, I'll just go to it later. Right when we have all 50 light stones, that way I won't waste as much time. I'm not sure which one it is, but I always have trouble finding one of the Matteron. Like, sometimes I'll play the level and find 17, sometimes I'll only be able to find 16 of them. Forgot about that guy. Waiting behind the wall as an ambush. Usually doesn't catch you because he's kind of hidden directly beside the wall. You kind of have to walk into him to actually get caught. Exactly like I did. Well, that was disappointing. Okay, this is a kind of hard Matteron to get if you don't know it's there. You have to just jump across and land on the platform and ride back. The safest way to do this is just to let the platform fall down and come back up the long way. If you fall down on your own, you can see that the platform is there by the shadow on the ground, so I guess that's your clue to figuring out that the Matteron is there. It's a pretty well hidden one. Still not terribly so, but one of the better ones in the game so far. You can also kind of see it from this ledge if you look around, but if you don't, then you won't. Alright, let's see where we are. Okay, I think I remember this area. Yes, I do now. There's, like, 3 light stones there. We got 2 of them. I guess I'll go for a 3rd one just in case. Okay, no risk. Let's see if I can make it through here with as little damage as possible. That would be definitely desirable. Oh, I hate this one room more than any other, I think. And if not so, definitely close. No, there is one other level in this room one other room in this level I hate more, and we're gonna be seeing it soon enough. That was a close call. In fact, I think it might be this next room here. Alright, yes it is. We've got one of these moving platforms. Very awkward to shoot enemies from. And apparently we even miss quite often. And we also have a frightened Matteron in the corner. And some very oddly placed invisible walls. Seriously, this is like a very jagged box shape. So you have to kill all the enemies while standing on this horribly moving platform. That pushes back every time you shoot at the enemy. And if the enemy comes into contact with you, they can easily push you off the platform to your death. So it's a pretty annoying room. One of the more annoying ones in the game, definitely the most annoying one in the level. Especially because this one hates to like come into close enough contact to be able to hit. Okay, that was less painful than usual. Let's see if I can remember where we are. Okay, that was harder to catch than expected. Alright, I think there's another platform over here. Yes, there is. I wasn't sure about it. If we keep going on from here, there's nothing on that one wooden platform. I don't know why it's there. We are just above where we were earlier. Saves us a bit of time. Backtracking. Okay, once we jump up here, we'll be back in the room with all those platforms. Or one room away from it, more likely. This time I'm not going to run into Rahi unnecessarily. It's a sign of being able to actually learn if you can recognize your mistakes and not make them again. Right, again, just a rather simple jumping exercise. None of this is all that hard. Although it is some of the harder jumps in the game, but that doesn't really say much for Lewa's level. It's one of the harder jumps for Lewa's level, at least, but he doesn't really have any difficult ones. Alright, so this time, instead, we're just gonna jump here, where there's another door leading us to more Rahi. Oh, I forgot about this one. Another Madaron's up there, of course. And we do definitely have to kill all the enemies in the room. And I don't have very much HP, so I can't bother wasting time trying to jump on them to kill them. Wow, one more shot to die. Let's see how long it takes me to kill these guys. Alright. Aw, dang, I missed it. I want to heal at the very end. Alright, since this guy takes about 50 shots to kill, we're gonna be here for a while. I'm pretty sure that there's gonna be some loud hammering noise every time I tap the key, but not really much I can do about that. Sorry about it. Okay, good. That was less painful than expected. And we got healing items. That's very good. Right, so 4 of the Madaron left to get are in Dark Cages, which means there's 3 we have left to find. And I'm not sure whether or not there's one up there, so I do have to check. I know we were up there already, but we didn't explore, and I'm pretty sure that it might have had one. That's the best way I can put it, because it could go either way. No, it didn't. Now, it's very hard to get down from this area because you can't see the place where you need to go, so if you just fly into the wall... That's odd. Normally it will actually just let you through the doorway. Well, I picked the worst time to give my examples. Right, let's transport back to the beginning and just replay through the alternate route. So this time we're going to take the left turn instead of continuing on straight. Which is pretty obvious, seeing as alternate route means we're going to take a different route from the last one we took. So I guess I don't need to actually say out loud what we're doing, it's kind of obvious. The path is right here, in case you hadn't figured that out already. We have to save 3 Madaron, and I'm pretty yeah, I know where all 3 of them are, so this won't be a problem. In fact, I'm kind of surprised that there's only 3 of them I can think of. Maybe there's more than 17 in the level. I don't think there are. Well, anyway, first one is down here. Just an easy jump up. Or an easy jump down, I suppose. Especially as a Lewa Nuva. And I think we can jump up safely. No, we can't. Surprised that didn't kill us. No complaints from me. One of the harder things about this level is being patient enough to wait for the platforms to rise and fall where you need them to be. Like, especially since I don't want to waste too much time in this recording, I'm getting impatient and making a bunch of stupid decisions, so you can very easily lose a life like that. for example, this is something I probably shouldn't have done, but I think you have enough air to make it. Okay, yeah, you do. Not by much, but you definitely can make it. I don't know how many light stones we have. Oh, we're actually doing pretty great on that. There's 3 right ahead here, so there's like 4 more we need. And there's still like 2 rooms filled with them. I'm not even going to bother getting that last one because I already know where we can find more. Oh good, another energy sphere, we actually need that. Did that guy really immediately walk off the level? Within an 1/8 of a second, he appeared on the screen, then he was dead. Very impressive game, very impressive. Never failed to amaze me. Right, the last Madaron that I can think of is just up here. I'm sure that there must be more because, well, there's still a lot of the level we haven't explored. Or at least a decent amount. But maybe there isn't, actually, looking back on it. Maybe that is all. Let's just kill these guys right away. There's a Frightened Madaron up top there, so I'm gonna kill the ones down here first. Just clear the ones on the bottom, because why not? All the big enemies in this room drop one of these energy spheres, though, so it's all good. Okay, no complaints there. Oh, and there's a free life here. Now, outside we've got some high-pitched whine playing. I'm not sure if you can hear it. If so, I apologize. It stopped now, so all the better. We could probably teleport back to the end there, but just in case there's something we're missing, I'm just gonna play through the last couple of rooms. I mean, we've still got a decent amount of time. We should be able to make it. Assuming I don't do anything stupid like that. Alright, let's not do that. Let's be a bit patient and actually ride this down. Alright, patience is the key in this level. Fortunately, I've seen the boss already, and it does have a pretty good boss. Not the most interesting, but definitely not the least. Right. Yeah, right now we are back, where the paths branched again. If we go back down there, we're just back into the original pathway again. We're gonna get some of the light stones in this room, quite obviously. This is one of the, like, big caches of them I was talking about. I don't want to let him touch me, or else he might push me off. I don't know if they can push you through the level boundaries, but just in case, I want to kill him right away. Wow, why can I not collect any of these? I'm doing far worse than usual. And we still need 4 more. Definitely doing bad this time. I'd spend the rest of the video in this one room collecting light stones. Oh, that caught him. I didn't expect it to, because he started to fly away. Better than expected. Only need 2 more light stones, and this is probably the last one before the edge. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go back over to somewhere to find another one. Oh, there we go. And can we catch this one? So close. Got it. Alright, that's enough light stones to finish the game. Hang on a second, I'm just gonna do something quickly, I'll be right back. Just gonna pause here. Sorry about that, battery was about to die, need to grab the charger for it. Wouldn't want it to quit out halfway through the level. Alright, so we're back at the end here. We have explored essentially the entire game. This is the only room left before we go to the boss door up ahead. And even though I probably won't need it, I do want to get the one up on the wall here, just in case. I mean, I'm pretty sure we have enough air to get it. Yeah, we got it. Okay, we're safe. The video's actually not as long as expected. Last time I tried this, it took close to 30 minutes. Now it looks like we might even get under 25. Alright, inside here, True Matteron, so we now have all 16. And just a bit further on in the room, there's another dark cage. And seeing as I've already explained everything about this dark cage to you, I'm not going to repeat myself. Single Matteron. I'm guessing that that's just there in case you can't find one of them, or in case you don't want to go after one that's hard to get, you can just stock up 30 Lightstones instead. But that's of course assuming that that the creators of Bionicle had any idea what they were doing. It's probably just there because they thought, hey, let's put a Matteron here. I have to say, all in all, this isn't... It's not the worst game I've ever played, but I'm probably giving it a bit more credit than it deserves, because it's a kind of nostalgic game to me. And it doesn't... and I'm not even giving it much credit at all, I'm kind of slandering it at every possible turn. Like, if you have a lot of free time and a lot of patience, you might as well download it. But if not, then don't bother wasting your time on it. He has an explosive personality. His shots, if they hit you, it does like 4 times damage. I'm just gonna get hit once just to show this off. Well, probably not 4 times, but like twice as much as the other ones from what I can see. I don't know if if it does a burst damage. I do want to test that out, so I'm just gonna let him hit the wall next to me. I can see an explosive cloud, but I don't know if that's actually doing anything. Yeah, it does. Impressive. It looks like that did more damage, actually. So just jump over him, no threat in the fight here, as usual. Except he seems slower than the others, actually. And I still don't know why they dropped the triple energy eggs. I mean, you can't really charge any shots against them, and there's no effect to losing energy in a fight. Maybe it has something to do with some of the other versions of the game. In the PlayStation 2 versions that I've seen, you can't actually even attack when you don't have any energy. Alright, so we've defeated all 6 Rothschild. However, the land is not yet free. The greatest enemy still remains. Alright, so this next part is based on the, this is Takua. He is the Matteron who actually summoned all the Toa to the island in the Mad Nui Online game. I think it might still be available for play on the Bionicle website, I'm not sure. The movie Mask of Light, the first official movie, he becomes Lewa Nuva, the Toa of Light, and fights off Makuta. I've never seen it, so I can't say anything else about it, except this is our last level. Lewa Nuva, obviously there's no regular Takua level, but he is what we're going to be doing in the next final segment of this Let's Play. For now, this is 1 of 20x6 of Game Over, signing out.